everyone, it's yours truly, Miss Humanity International Barbados, Tanika Walton. The last time you guys saw me, I would have given you some insight into what I had planned for my Be a Voice of Hope Speak Out campaign. Since then, my teammates and I have been extremely busy conducting workshops, doing marches, car washes, etc. But before I get to the good stuff, I want to share with you guys what was my true inspiration behind starting this campaign of speaking out against domestic violence. March 17th, 2013, Kimberly Hines, 24. April 30th, 2013, Brenda Bell, 64. July 25th, 2013, Denise Clark, 41. August 19th, 2013, Caroline Ford, 49. November 15th, 2013, Linda Tull, 45. December 3rd, 2013, Crystal Lovell, 23. February 16th, 2014, Cheryl Bourne-Reefer, 46. March 15th, 2014, Bonica Gulliver, 23. These are all women that tragically lost their lives due to a domestic abuse-related situation. As the death toll periodically raised from last year into early this year, concluding with the death of my friend, I felt the urge to do something special for these ladies, as their stories had made such an emotional impact on my life. I contacted former teacher, mentor, and local franchise holder of Miss Humanity International, Stephanie Chase, as well as my current mentor, Alicia Edwards, and asked them if they would assist me in organizing a music video which would be a tribute for the victims last year and this year, and they agreed. Soon thereafter, Stephanie Chase encouraged me to use my passion to start a campaign which would promote awareness of the seriousness of domestic violence here in Barbados and the effect that it's having on my community. She said I can use the Miss Humanity franchise as my platform to begin my campaign. After some thought, I agreed to her proposal. As I sat down trying to strategize how I would be able to get my message across, a past experience hit me. A while back, I was in a relationship with someone who played with my self-confidence and self-esteem. Nothing I did was good enough, and he reminded me of this every day. I was a victim of emotional abuse, and I didn't know until last year when I watched a documentary on YouTube about the different forms of domestic abuse. And then it hit me. What I decided to do is I would organize workshops that would educate the younger generation in my country about the different forms of domestic abuse. So I was going with a prevention is better than cure method. Hopefully, when I educate them on these signs, they will be able to see a potential dangerous situation and hopefully get out of it before it gets too serious. Entitled Be a Voice of Hope, Speak Out, my campaign is to encourage the younger generation to stand up and speak out against domestic violence in Barbados. I quickly selected my team and we began phase 1 of my campaign. First, I approached Mr. Cleveland Hunt, which is the Director of Youth for the Ministry of Culture, Youth, Sports, and Family, seeking permission to do workshops within the local summer camps in Barbados. After he granted me that permission, I selected 4 locations, which consisted with an age range of 10 to 16 years old and contained 12 to 15 students per class. I chose summer camps because it consists of a wider variety of young people. Not only was I exposed to a wider age frame, but there were students coming from all over the country. So I will have diverse personalities, a lot more experiences, and I will be able to hear what goes on within each school without actually going to one school at a time. So in my opinion, I will be covering a lot more ground and getting my message across to a wider variety of young people. The workshops educated them on the various forms of domestic abuse and how to conduct themselves when faced with these signs through games, theater, and interactive monologue. At the end of every session, a representative from either the SAFE Foundation or BPW Barbados would come and educate them on the various organizations that they can go to if they need help or know anyone that might need help as well. The main objectives of the workshops were not only to educate them, but to see where their mindset was at as it relates to domestic violence in Barbados. I wanted to gain a greater insight into what they think about the topic and how it impacted them both emotionally and psychologically. Here are a few clips of what we did, what they had to say, and how we ended each program.
Against domestic violence.
I honestly think that we learned from each other. I was surprised at a few of the answers that I got, and I think I impacted them with a few of the facts that we would have educated them about as it relates to domestic violence. All in all, I think we got the message across, and they left there knowing something about what I was campaigning for, which was speaking out against domestic violence. On July 26th, we held a Walk for Hope petition march, where we marched from the Garrison Savannah to BPW Crisis Clinic on Gemmon's Lane. The main objective of the march was to let our voices be heard as we walked through the various gaps to our final location. We spoke to persons within the community and asked them to place their name on the placards pledging against domestic violence in Barbados. In our purple shirts, our balloons, our placards, we got a really good outcome, and we actually got some persons to say a few words to the camera, whether it be words of encouragement or confessing or just saying what they feel about the topic. Here's what some of them had to say.
They gotta be independent for themselves without depending on the men.
Amen.
That's why the men doesn't want to beat we, because we want to depend on them.
Amen.
They're working like we work and look for our own money.
Right, and you're gonna sign up, right?
I sign in.
Right.
I know the lighter. L-Y, I even got it wrong. L-Y-T-E-R. Tell them so, grand. Tell them when you get older, we ain't beating no women, grand. Look.
I am sorry for hitting my wife.
I speak out against domestic violence.
I speak out against domestic violence, Paul Brown.
Thank you.
Yes,
Directly after the march, my teammates and I slipped into our swimsuits and headed down to Sundown Gym Car Park, where the Walk for Hope charity car wash and flea market was held. My sponsor Franklin Paris of Beijing Sun Magazine, myself and Cher Carbon organized this event to aid in the relocation of a young mother and child that was in a domestic abuse situation. There were clothes, shoes, accessories, drinks, and books on sale, while my teammates and I washed the cars. So the ladies did a bit of shopping, and the guys pretty much stood up there and watched us wash the cars. But we didn't mind, because it was for a worthy cause. I am proud to say that the car wash was a success. Not only were we able to relocate her to her own apartment, but we had extra funds in case she needed to buy any necessities. My campaign, myself and my sponsors, we do wish her and her baby the best. Nothing like a little fun in the sun. But as we continue to spread awareness about my campaign, we launched the poster campaign, where we stuck posters around Barbados depicting the message of speaking out against domestic violence. Massey Stores was kind enough to allow us to stick our posters in all their supermarkets island-wide. We also stuck some in community centers, a few in malls, and at the Safe Foundation and BPW Barbados. We also left a poster at every workshop that we attended. I am proud to say that I was not alone in my campaign. Local artists reached out to me and offered words of encouragement, gave their opinion about the topic, and even donated songs for me to play. I had on board Sweet Soca Monarch King Biggie Irie, Soca artist Basil, who offered his words of opinion and pearls of wisdom as it relates to the root of the issue, Phantom Dundeel, who kept it real and let men know not to hit women period at all, and Statement, who serenaded the ladies with his song and also offered words of encouragement and asked persons to refrain from the act. Through our Facebook page, www.facebook.com/Be a Voice of Hope, we had a lot of supporters that just posted words of encouragement. We had a few persons that shared experiences with us. Some people actually donated poems, like Ainsley Carter, he donated a poem for the campaign. Cher Corbin donated a poem as well, and a painting. We had so much support, and they all spoke out against domestic violence. It was a great forum. Be a Voice of Hope Speak Out campaign is not just about standing up and speaking out against domestic violence. We want you to be a helping hand and to be your neighbor's keeper. We encourage you to no longer turn a blind eye or a deaf ear, but offer assistance. Remember, a small deed is still a good deed. And I hope that my campaign has made this message clear and influenced persons to assist one another and be a helping hand for anyone who might need it. Let's all offer a little hope to someone who might not have any. My message to young girls is to know your worth and to be confident in yourself. When you find that inner strength, you find the courage to be who you want to be, and you will be able to get yourself out of any situation that will make you feel uncomfortable. Put your happiness first and always be safe. I would like to take this time to say a heartfelt thank you to all my sponsors: Bajanson, Bars, Barbados Rum Shops Association, Flair, Creek Arts TV, Fitness Evolution, Wave Element, Dare Escape, Images by Rad, C Designs, Ready Set Paint, Unique Nail Designs, JC Styles, Forever Glorious Jewels, Lucy Lou Designs, Reggie Cave. I would also like to thank the Miss Humanity International Foundation, my mentor Alicia Edwards, Cher Corbin, family, friends, strangers, supporters, anyone that contributed in any way to this campaign. I could not have done it without you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I will see you guys on August 24th at St. Leonard's Boys School, where we will be repping 246. I hope to make you guys proud and leave with the crown. I'll see you there.
If you say what you want to say, let the world